So how are you doing with throwing your perfect game? Hey friends, it's Pastor Mike from Fellowship Church. Always love to connect with you midweek. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're enjoying this little warm spell outside there as we get closer and closer into the spring months. That question for you again, how are you doing in throwing your perfect game? If that phrase doesn't sound familiar to you, maybe you're not a baseball fan. Friends, we are smack dab in a baseball season. I love to catch a good game every now and then. Baseball has been going on for about a month or so, teams playing, and all the standings are all kind of settling in already. Love to see baseball season here. Did you know that one of the rarest statistics in all of professional baseball is something called a perfect game? Now, sometimes a pitcher will throw a no-hitter. A no-hitter simply means that no one got a hit during the game. But sometimes the batters can still reach base by walks or being hit by a pitcher or something like that. No. A perfect game is literally 27 up and 27 down. No batter makes it to the base safely at all. No hits, no errors, no hit batsmen, no nothing. A perfect game is one of the rarest statistics in all of baseball. There have only been about 23 perfect games in the entire history of baseball, far smaller than the number of no-hitters. Last perfect game, Felix Hernandez, Seattle, about a decade or so ago. Who can forget Don Larson, World Series, Yankees, perfect game, 1950s. A perfect game just isn't all that common. Boy, I sure am glad that God never expects us to throw a perfect game, aren't you? But He does. You see, in Matthew chapter 5, when Jesus had a crowd of people gathered on a hillside, and He was giving them some God thoughts, and several times He said to them, I know what you've heard before, but I'm saying to you. And there was a place where He said, you've heard before, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. Somebody out there must have been saying something like that. Just love the people whom you like and hate the people who have done you wrong. Jesus says, no, I want to change that for you. He says, I want you to love your enemy. And then immediately after that, He says, be perfect, therefore, as your Father in heaven is perfect. It's not as if Jesus said, be perfect in the way that you're handling any other part of your Christian life, the way that you speak, maybe some of your theological beliefs, the way that you treat people who are less than you. No. The time when Jesus said, I want you to be absolutely perfect, a perfect game, was when He said, I want you to love your enemy. Now, a number of people would say, but Pastor Mike, I don't have any enemies. Well, the biblical definition of an enemy is anyone who opposes you in any way. It doesn't have to be someone who intends you physical harm. It could be someone who simply opposes you as you're trying to live out your Christian life. An enemy is literally anyone who kind of gets in the way, or anyone of whom you would say, I would rather you not be a part of my life. Jesus says, I want you to love that person as well. And I want you to be so good at loving that person that it's literally like a perfect game. Of all the things that Jesus could use the state of perfection for, He says, I want you to be perfect when you love. I want you to love the people whom you like, and I want you to love the people you don't like, and I want you to be so good at it that when the world sees you, the world thinks perfection. So friends, how are you doing when it comes to throwing a perfect game in the way in which you're practicing love? I think God gives us that command because God wants the world around us to see how well we love, because God Himself loves perfectly, and He wants us to throw a perfect game as well. Friends, I hope you like baseball, but I hope you're a whole lot better at love than baseball. And I hope for your sake and for others' sake that you're throwing a perfect game these ways. Don't forget to love those whom you like and love those who you may not like to. I hope you have a wonderful week, friends. I hope that you're enjoying again this warming up weather. I hope you know that we love you and we're praying for you. Please take care. Have a great week. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.